YouTube fam? This is Aaron here. This is Times with the Narcissist Explained. I have something today, a topic that I would like to discuss with you all to get a better understanding and clarity of why does the narcissist visit you in your dreams, basically. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, even share. This is a YouTube channel to help break empaths out of bondage, mental bondage, spiritual bondage, even physical bondage. There's so many stories out there, so many testimonies when it comes down to dealing with narcissism. And the first thing we got to understand is this is spiritual warfare. Basically, majority of the people who got involved with the narcissist, they were in a relationship with this person. And even the Bible says that when a man and woman basically have sex, they become one in the spirit. And when you all become one, that is how the soul tie is formed, through the sexual intercourse. That's as deep as it gets when it comes down to soul tie. You know, the moment you all lay in the same bed together, you all have a connection that's built. It's not seen with the naked eye. It's not seen with the naked eye. So, eventually there comes a time where you and the narcissist don't work out, because that's inevitably gonna be the outcome, is that it's not gonna work out, because you're dealing with somebody who likes to push buttons, that likes to get a reaction out of you. It fuels them, it makes them feel better, and to me that's I wouldn't say childish, that is bratty-ish, like a brat. And they have a very low tolerance for pain as well. That's another thing that's another secret to narcissists. They have a very low tolerance for pain, but they have this sadistic pleasure of dishing out pain to their victims. All right. So, the soul tie, when you all are tied together, a lot of times people stay in a relationship just to keep the peace. You're giving this person so many chances to insult your intelligence. The whole time you're letting them think you're dumb, but you was only there out of the goodness of your heart. That was the only reason why you was there. You cared about this person. You wanted the best for them. But when you sat down and realized one day after so many years that this person doesn't want the best for you, that this person this whole time was stripping you of any opportunity, stripping you of any financial growth and spiritual growth, keeping you at a low vibration, that's when you realize, you know what, this is unhealthy. It's unhealthy for me. Just a disclaimer, I'm sorry if I took a while to upload. I got into something called CrossFit, and oh my gosh, it gets you right. It'll get you right. Get your body right. Been getting my squats in, getting my weight push-ups, all kinds of stuff, So, just for the viewers out there, take care of your body. I had to learn that the hard way, because, when you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, you end up, especially after a discard, you end up drinking a lot, smoking a lot, just to cope with the pain, and that coping mechanism can become a habit, But when you got a soul tie with the narcissist, right? Understand one thing, that even after you leave, that soul tie doesn't just go away. It doesn't go away. It takes time for that to go away, especially if you've been in for a long time with this person. So now, you went no contact. You pretty much burnt the bridge between you and this person. Then, now you have to fight another battle, the internal battle, the one that ultimately you have the narcissist voice in your head. You have different things going on. Your emotions are out of whack. Your triggers. You hear somebody yelling, you get triggered, you get jumpy. That's how the narcissists have you on eggshells 24/7. You've been on eggshells for so long. Now you're free now, and like you're adjusting to freedom, right? What usually happens is after you discard, the soul tie is still there. So when you go to sleep at night, it's almost as if the narcissist is visiting you in your sleep. Remember, you became one with this person in the spiritual realm. You may not have seen it, but you became one with this person. So now, when you become one with somebody, your thoughts are their thoughts are yours. You all talk about certain things in the conversation. It's like, oh my gosh, I was thinking the same thing. You was thinking the same thing too. I was thinking the same thing too. Because that is a soul tie. That is a connection. You can be soul tied to a friend, but relationships are deeper of a soul tie, and it's not easy to just shake off. So you start going to sleep at night after your discard. You start having dreams about this person. Some of you all had dreams about this person attacking you in your sleep. You're thinking this person is visiting you in your sleep. It's just that the narcissist is trying to maintain a soul connection with you. But this is all part of the process. When you separate from an individual like that, you may have separated from them physically. The only aspect you have to get over is the physical and not the physical, the spiritual and the emotional side of that. You're not there with them physically, but spiritually and emotionally, you're somewhat there. But I'm here to tell you today, the longer you stay away, the more this soul tie breaks. I'm a living example of that. I was married at one point, and when I separated from my ex-wife, because she was a narcissist, I used to have dreams about her all the time, at least once a week, because me and her was like on and off for 4 years, and it's like emotionally, it's like trying to get over her wasn't easy. It literally took me a year to break that soul tie, literally. Now I don't have any type of attachment to that demon. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any attachment to that demon anymore. But the longer you go no contact, the more the soul tie breaks. And if you can avoid having any interactions with this person, don't even talk to them. Don't even have a conversation with them. They're not even worth your time. They're not worth your time. Always remember, you became one with this person, so you got over the physical aspect. It's just the emotional and the spiritual aspect that you have to overcome. And once you overcome that, you have total control of yourself. But you have to be careful of that, because if you get involved with the next person, be careful who you get soul tied to. It's okay to soul tie and become one with somebody, but it has to be somebody who's genuine, who has a warm heart, who really does love you, who really does support you, who really is consistent. You don't want to be soul tied to somebody who is abusive, who's constantly bringing you down just to bring themselves up. That's why they call it trauma bonding, because they traumatize you, but because you're having sex with this person, you're bonded to them. And some of y'all, y'all miss the narcs sex moves, because narcs are freaky as hell. They freaky. They do just about anything, literally. But at the same time, don't get caught up with the past and what happened, what you miss. Don't overlook the fact that this person tried to completely traumatize you to the point of no return. So now when you're dealing with the narcs visiting you in your dreams at night, be careful with that, but just understand that it's all a process of breaking a soul tie. You're detoxing spiritually. When you go no contact, it's just pretty much a detox. You detox physically, you detox spiritually, you detox emotionally. And as more time passes, that narcissist is going to become completely irrelevant to you. You won't have any feelings for them in your heart. You won't have any thoughts of them in your mind. They'll become like a thing of the past, like just a thing that you went through, and now you're elevated to a new level. All right? But just be careful when you elevate, because there are many narcissists out here. I know some of you all work at these jobs. You got to deal with your narcissistic boss, the jokester, constantly trying to treat you like you some little kid, disrespectful. I understand. See, when you're a person of the light, you are gonna attract people. You just can't help it. You're gonna attract people. But you have the power to set boundaries with people, especially if they're bringing negativity into your space, into your world. Right? So, the soul tie. The soul tie. You're detoxing spiritually. That's what's happening. And by you doing that, you're regaining your strength. You're blossoming. Just like they got this thing called the Vernal Equinox, when the sun is at a certain point in the year. I think this happens around springtime. And that's when all the flowers and a lot of plant life and stuff start to bloom, when the sun hits a certain point. So you're reaching that certain point where you're about to be in full bloom, pretty much. The only thing is you have to get rid of this soul tie. Imagine a narcissist. This is a narcissist, right? A narcissist is you strapping a ball and chain, a heavy ball and chain to your wrists. You got a ball and chain on this wrist, and on both ankles you got a ball and chain. And you're trying to operate day by day with a ball and chain on your wrists and on your legs. Eventually you're just going to get worn out. You get tired of that ball and chain. So when you shatter those chains, when you break those shackles, the soul tie leaves. But as the soul tie leaves, now you got to deal with the spiritual aspect, visiting you in your sleep. Let me think of a dream. I had a dream, right? Because I used to deal with a narcissistic family, and I was in their house in this dream, and this narcissist would yell, and then this person said, "Oh, I'm sorry for being abusive," in the dream. But when I was sitting at the table, it was scraps of bones and stuff. Because the end road for a narcissist is not good, y'all. It's not good at all. This is total destruction. This is absolute total destruction for these people, man. So these are the kind of dreams that pop up when you're dealing with a soul tie. You don't have to be soul tied relationship-wise. You can be soul tied through a friendship. Just the fact that you put time in somebody, that causes a soul tie. All right. So I'm in this right here. This is Times with the Narcissist Explained. This is your host, Aaron. I truly love you all my subscribers who support the channel, who likes the content, and those of you still going through, I pray a wonderful, wonderful